Okay. Hi, I am Chris Eckstein. This is my General Chemistry 1 lab for salt mining. Um, it is May 23rd, 2019. Pretty much what we'll be doing today is I'll be taking a balloon and a mixture of salt and pepper, and I will be rubbing the balloon on top of my head and seeing what happens. Um, just to show my materials here, we got um, my salt here, my pepper, and my balloon. And then there's my mixture with, hopefully you can see my salt and pepper on there. I tried my best to find a plate that would show that. Um, so before we start, I kind of have a hypothesis, just kind of based off of what I kind of already researched. Pretty much, I believe what's going to happen is I will rub the balloon on top of my head. This will build a static charge that is negatively charged, and when hovered over the plate, it will attract um, either the salt or pepper, which I believe it will attract the pepper for reasons I'll get into later. So just to start this and get going, we're just going to rub the balloon on top of my head to build that electric charge, that negative electric charge. Okay, we're going to place that over the balloon here. I think you can maybe hear that even. Um, just based off looking at this, it's kind of both a mixture of pepper and salt. So um, didn't quite didn't quite expect both of which to come up, but I was prepared for that. I did find some research online that stated that this could happen. Pretty much. So just to summarize what happened right there. Um, I rubbed the balloon on top of my head. This caused a negative charge to be built up that was being carried over by electrons. This buildup is called a static electricity, and obviously, again, it's negatively charged. Um, when I hovered the balloon over the mixture of salt and pepper, for me personally, both the salt and pepper raised up from the plate and stuck to the negatively charged balloon. This would lead me to believe that there is some sort of positive charge in both the pepper and salt to be so causing them to be attracted to the balloon and to stick to it. Uh, so to talk about how this happened, from my research that I did, I only predicted that the pepper really would be attracted to it because from what I've kind of read is that the pepper is more polarizing, meaning that one side of the pepper is negatively charged and whereas the other side of the pepper is positively charged. And this would allow the positively charged to really be attracted to the balloon, thus creating the pull up from the plate to stick to the balloon, which is negatively charged. Positive and negative are attracted to each other. Um, Obviously, though, the salt in my experiment did as well come up and be attracted to the balloon. So I also did research on this to see why the salt would or would not be maybe um, attracted to the balloon. And from what I found is salt does have both positive and electrically charged particles in it that would could cause it to be attracted to the balloon. It's just not as polarized as the pepper is, meaning they're mixed in intertwined with each other. It's not as one side is negative and one side is positive. And salt, they're more combined. Um, making it less maybe likely that it would come up as strongly as the pepper would to be attracted to the balloon. Um, Now, I don't view this as obviously any sort of failure. Uh, did see that the salt both has a positive and negative charge, and obviously um, pepper does as well. And apparently, from the brand of salt and pepper I use, they are able to be attracted quite easily to static electricity. So maybe um, the kind of salt I have, I couldn't name it off the top of my head because I'm not a chef. Uh, it possibly is just as polarized as the kind of pepper I have, making it able to be as attracted as the pepper. Also, just looking at my materials, my pepper is kind of a lighter grain, if you will. Um, Maybe if I had kosher salt, which is kind of like a thicker salt, I believe, maybe that weight would be too much to pick up the salt. I did do some research saying that sometimes the salt is just so crystallized it is too heavy to pick up from the static electricity, whereas the pepper is more of a flake always and is lighter on average, more than the pepper, or the salt, I should say. Um, and anyways, um, overall, I think this was a successful experiment. Um, I don't believe any other issues may have been caused, other than obviously the ones I just talked about, like the salt weighing more, or maybe the kind of brand of salt I had that maybe caused it to be just as polarizing as the pepper was, like I found in my research. Um, but overall, I think it was a successful experiment. And again, my name is Chris Eckstein. The date is 5/23/2019, and this was my salt mining lab for General Chemistry 1 through Doane University. Thank you.